I'm here with Claudio Nervi, who represents Abarth here at Frankfurt. Now, a lot of people in the UK don't know Abarth unless they're as old as I am, because I can remember when Abarth were tuning Fiat to win World Rally Championships, competition cars, the early 500s with the engine bay propped open. I'm really excited to see Abarth back here and some fantastic models. Will you tell me all about what's going on?
Well, as you probably know, Abarth has been back in business since 2008, when basically we revamped the brand and under basically the bet that there were around entities like you that remember what it stood for. Abarth stands for spirit, shape, style, and speed. So basically, this is what we have here on the stand today in Frankfurt. 3 specialties that represent the 4 values of the brand. Let's start from the 695 Competizione. It is basically a show car that is meant to represent the racing spirit of Abarth. In fact, you can see a street car that brings a particular paint, but also a spoiler and the 2-seater configuration typical of an Assetto Corsa, our actual race car.
Fantastic colour, isn't it? I mean, I really dig the colour. It's
yes,
amazing.
It is a light grey with matte paint, and it is enriched basically with contrasting details in a darker shade of matte grey.
Inside, this feels really good.
Well, indeed. In fact, basically you are looking at carbon enriched dashboard.
Yep.
To basically steering wheel with paddle shift that make even more exciting the driving sensation of our Competizione semi-automatic gearbox.
Yep.
You have aluminium pedals. You have carbon fiber kick plate on your left and obviously on your side.
Got it.
And we are comfortably seated in racing seat done by Sabalt and using premium material like Alcantara, and the shell of the seats, as you can see, is in carbon as well.
It feels really comfy.
Yes,
in fact,
it does.
This reminds me, this seat material is just like the Ferrari Scuderia.
Not exactly the same thing, but the inspiration comes from there. In fact, this kind of seat was employed before on the 695 we presented last year, the one called Tributo Ferrari.
Yeah.
And obviously we basically inspired ourselves to some of the materials and style that you can find on a Ferrari.
I understand. Everything's laid out well too, and I can't help but notice this whacking great roll cage in the back and the...
Oh, yes, this is basically the only 2-seater on the market at the moment. What you're looking at, it is a street homologated roll bar.
Yep.
And well, the idea here is basically to offer to a really enthusiastic rider something that he can drive both on a racetrack and on the street. Here ends the roll bar. The roll bar can be actually dismantled and you can put the seats in the same place. And as you can see, you have basically what in Italian called cappelliera,
yeah.
And it still fits the roll bar as it will in normal configuration for the seats.
I like it. My shopping is going to be very safe there. Definitely.
And you have more room than in a conventional 500.
Yeah, you can go very far shopping with this. I like it. It's incredibly good.
Obviously, not having the rear seats, the car is actually lighter and more performing.
Tell me about this. I love the blue. It's a fantastic colour.
Indeed. It is what we call Blue Abu Dhabi. That is definitely an Italian touch. The Italian touch, in this case, we are looking at the car that we have done in Abarth specifically to celebrate 150 years of United Italy, and this is why the name Cabro Italia. This car will be produced in 150 units, just 150 units at the end of this year. And basically, if that it is the most extreme racing side of Abarth, you're looking at the more fashion, trendy side of it.
It's a nice interior, isn't it? It's a lovely interior.
And it is funny how the looks changes just by playing with the colors, because the seats are the same that we saw on the competizione,
Yeah.
but just changing the materials and the color trims, an extreme sports interior becomes a touring, relaxed, fashion one.
I like the detail where you've got the little scorpion stuck down here. I think that's quite clever.
You know, in Abarth we are very careful to details, because this is what makes this car loved from the enthusiasts, and built the myth of Karl Abarth. So nothing is left to chance. Everything is studied in the smallest details.
Does the girl come with the car?
It depends if he like you.
That's a good answer, actually. Is there going to be a big choice of colours?
No. Since we produce in just 150 cars,
Yeah.
This will be the only color available, and also because it is a tribute to our nation, and as you know, from our soccer team to our national sports team, they come in blue, so just blue.
It's a stunning little car, actually. I really like it. It's impressive. And lastly, let's talk about
The Punto Super Sport.
absolutely.
Basically, this car is aimed to the more, if you want, traditional part of our customer basis.
Okay.
So somebody that are actually looking for an everyday car that delivers that bit of fun and of sportiness on top of what they usually have.
Okay. So basically, a little bit more bigger, a bit more practical.
Yes. So whilst these two cars are kind of icons or objects that you buy also to collect,
Yeah.
the Punto is meant basically for everyday use, but
Yes.
with that Abarth touch on the top. In fact, under the bonnet, where the conventional Punto stops at 100 HP-ish,
Yeah.
this car has 180 HP.
And you've got the Brembo brakes set up as well.
Yes.
P0s, of course.
And then basically you know everything about delivery, so we decided to basically put on this car a livery that was on the 124 Abarth of the past.
That's what it reminded me of instantly. I can imagine the old 124s going around doing the World Rally Championships.
Obviously, we couldn't reproduce exactly the colors because it's not the car, but the inspiration is actually coming from
Of course.
there.
Yeah, so there's very, very much a 1970s lineage there.
Yes.
Really appreciate your time, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope to see you soon in the future.
I'm sure you will. And good luck with the car.
Thank you very much.